For Swan, start lying on your stomach with your legs reaching out long. Then take palm on top of palm and place your forehead onto your palms. Now you really want to do palm on top of palm and not interlacing fingers. And this is true with all Pilates exercises. You just want to place hand on top of hand, no interlocking. So palm on top of palm, forehead to your palm. And reach your spine out long, the opposite direction from your legs. So you want to press your hip bones down to the mat, feet and legs reaching one way, spine and the top of your head reaching the other way. Now there are a few different versions of Swan. We'll start with the most basic one first. So press your hip bones down to the mat, lift just your navel off the mat. So keeping your head, your elbows, and your hands down to the mat, just lift your navel off the mat, cinch your waist up, and then with control, lowering down. Pretty small movement, but you really will feel it in your abdominals if you're doing it correctly. So hip bones and legs press down, navel lifts up, feel like you're cinching your waist in and up, and then with control, lowering down. Now with every single version of Swan, you want to really control the descent. You don't want to give into gravity and just flop yourself down. Really lift up higher as you lower. And then you can begin to make the movement a little bit bigger. So hip bones and legs press down, navel lifts up, and you can begin to lift your front ribs up towards your back ribs, and then with control lowering down. So it's still a very, very small movement. Your head and hands and elbows are still on the mat, but you're really lifting up from your navel, lifting up your front ribs, and then with control lowering down. And as you lift, you really want to feel like it's your lower back lifting up towards the ceiling, not your upper back. So your upper back wants to naturally take over. Don't let it. You really want your lower back leading. So then making it a little bit more difficult, press your hip bones and legs down to the mat, lift your navel up, and lift your head, hands, and elbows up in one piece, lengthening your spine forward, and then lift up even more in your abdominals to lower down. Good. So again, you really want to control that descent. You don't want to flop down, giving into gravity. Hip bones and legs press down, navel lifts up, really leading with your lower back. So again, it's not an arch, it's not lifting up your shoulders, it's really lifting up from your navel, pressing your lower back up towards the ceiling, really leading from your lower back. So think forward rather than up, and then forward to lower. Good, so every time you lift up, you're stretching your spine forward, getting more space between each bone of your back as you lift and as you lower. Feel like you're really stretching your spine forward like Play-Doh on the way up and on the way down. So really lengthen forward, lengthen even more to lower. So now making it a little bit more challenging, take your hands by your shoulders, elbows back. And first float your hands off the mat so your hands aren't even on the mat. And then lift up first by holding on, then press your hands into the mat to lift a little bit higher. And then lower down, lift your hands up as soon as you can, catch in your belly, lower the rest of the way without holding on. Good, so it's not a push-up, it's not an arch, you're still lengthening your spine forward rather than up. So really trying to stretch your spine forward, getting the top of your head to touch the wall in front of you. Really getting the space between each bone of your back, hip bones and legs press down, navel lifts up, elbows hug in, open collarbones. Good, and really stretching your spine forward.